Beach. I have a gentleman here named Paul, and he has asked me to check for the titanium in his shoulder. Could I do that with the Minelab Equinox 800? I really don't know, and I was just rude enough to ask if I could actually scan his body with my detector. How offensive is that? What a great guy. Let's find out the answer. Yes, the man boops. Damn, that was crazy. Okay, here we go. Shall I dig him?
Yeah, dig him up.
I kid you not. He actually booped, but it was through my headphones, so I had to give you a little bit of drama. Okay, back to the hunt. The whole reason I'm at the beach. I've zoned in, found a few targets. Not been an easy day so far, but hanging in there, and I'm digging. When I'm digging, I'm happy. It's that easy. I get the most joy when I hunt. I don't know, just something about the people, and it's just something about the things that you see and experiences. I guess that's the salt life. Anyways, I'm digging what I believe to be a garbage target on the Equinox. It's coming up 15 to 19. It's pretty stable at a 19. I don't know. I've always got penny on the brain because that's usually what happens. Those zinc pennies that corrode away and they just play the whole upper number range. But, you know, I'm squatting down, trying to keep things not so shaky, and bada boom. I have no idea what it is. I'm not even going to pretend. I mean, it looks more like a button, but it could be a pendant, or it could be a piece of a, I don't know. I don't know. But it's metal, so we're bagging it, and it puts me on the board. But this next story, I'm going to go live audio, because you have to hear it. You can't make this stuff up, and thank God I have this on a video camera. It's like the spirits above on Easter sent me a message.
Okay, this is a penny. It's really deep, so I'm not sure I'm going to retain interest to see it through. Yeah, the ground is really dehydrated. Oh boy, this is going to be an involved dig. And of course the numbers are bouncing around, making it look a lot more delicious than it's going to be. It definitely sounds like a coin to me. Good gracious. Coming over here now. Oh, it might be a piece of. Signal's getting more bottle cap. And this is sanded in or whatever it is. Is this it right here? What is this? This is funny. There's a ring in here. It's junker. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Okay, this has to be a first. Someone's playing a joke. There you go. This is crazy. somebody's playing a joke on the detectorist. No, it's not real. It's a crown. Okay, I've been crowned. How about that? Isn't that crazy? You saw it here on the Huntress channel. That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely crazy. Ah, that's a first. That is nuts town here. No, now I broke the little container. Okay. A ring in a little bottle. Okay then. I guess I haven't seen it all.
Isn't that insane? I mean, if I did get that on video, would you believe me? I mean, really? Anyways, I think the last video I said I was only going to show jewelry. Well, I still mean what I say, but what I probably should have said, I was not going to show all that modern clad that we did constantly and that kind of stuff. But when I get unusual things or things that, you know, you don't see often on the beach, I'm going to show it. And in this case, I'm thinking, you know, well, you know by now, oh, it's going to be a penny. It's going to be a penny. And I just go right to the anger of the thought of it being a zinc, because I can't tell you how many corroded zinc pennies have run the spectrum from 16 up to 22, 23, and it makes me nuts because that is a great target range for some good stuff. And you're digging and you're digging and you're in 100-degree weather and it is garbage, stinking, zinking penny. The zincs, I hate them. Whoever had this idea was major stupid. But in this case, this is important in this video because it's a 1944 Wheatie. And I don't care that it's a Wheatie, I care about the date, and you'll soon know why. So I'm playing at the water edge. Naturally, I flopped over to Beach 2 on the Equinox. You know when to go back and forth when the machine gets a little chattery as you get towards wetness, whether it be deep wetness or topside. But anyways, that's what I'm doing, and I'm zoned in on this target, and it was a really odd number in the sense that it was 12 to 13, which I have pulled an $1,800 appraised engagement ring, so I get a little excited. Matter of fact, I pulled two $1,800 diamond gold wedding engagement rings on 13s. Well, this isn't no, 14 karat gold diamond engagement ring, that's for sure. It is a whole lot of nothing. I mean, this is one of those, that's why I hate trying to predict my finds. This is just a charm that fell off a bracelet. It's junker metal. It doesn't mean anything, but it's really small. But, with 13, gets me excited. I get a lot of rings at 13 on these beaches in New Smyrna, Daytona Beach. But in this case, it was a pendant. I'll take it. Notice the sand. People go, oh, well, there's little crushed shells. That's why she's there. No, they had nothing to do with it. There's no scalloping of the beach, really. It's down further towards the water. So as you see, what drives me to these targets are the targets that I dug previous to getting to this hole. In this case, I thought I had a good one. There was a crowd. I showed off a little bit, but it was a costume, brass type earring, very heavy and not current in 2021. So who knows? But any metal detector that doesn't tell you that it can get so unexpected and crazy on some of the finds is lying to you. And I think that's what drives us, the not knowing what it is. It's like an Easter egg hunt. What is it? In this case, this is a bucket lister first for me. I mean, ready for this? All right, I'm going to take the Fifth Avenue out of this. This, out of all the things I've ever found over the years, is a what the heck? This is a 15-gallon blood donor award pin. Yes, a blood donor. 15 gallons. That kind of creeped me out a little bit, but God bless and thank you, sir or ma'am, for the humanity and the gift that you give, but you could have kept that for yourself. Just a moment ago, I referred to a weedy penny, not because I cared about it. It was all beat to heck. It was the date. Now look, is there anything special in that ground, like scalloping, cuts, shells? No! This is science that got me here. So clearly, I'm not always visual, and a lot of people are visual only, and you got to change that. You got to change that. You're eliminating half the beach if you're visual only. So applying the science brought me to this desolate, boring piece of real estate. And I'm swinging away, and that was in the vicinity, I'd say within maybe 20, 25 yards of that weedy penny. Now, I also, this day, pulled a rosy dime, but that's on the next video. So I'm intrigued by the dates, and I try to make an effort to look at the dates of vintage looking coins because it helps me date potential other targets, and I spend a little more time in that area. I mean, why not? I mean, it's a hunch, it doesn't cost me anything, and what the heck? If it pans out, booyah for me. So in this case, I am getting down, squatting down. I got the target. You can tell that the water's kind of wet and kind of, the tide receded. And normally this ground is underwater, but because of a moon event, there's usually always water on it. I have a ring. Look at that. It's got some kind of greenish and white stones in it. It's extremely tarnished. It's been there a long time. It's vintage. It's a... Da-da-da. What do you think? No, it's not gold. Don't I wish. It's a 925 silver band. And again, it's the hallmark is T as in Tom, B as in boy, B as in boy. That's vintage. That's probably circa 1970s in that area. Love it.
Okay, 9. That's a nice number. That's a gold sounding number, but it could also be aluminum. A piece of foil, a piece of can. It could be a piece of stainless. I just hope it's jewelry. I don't care what it's made of. And maybe a piece of a beach chair. No. Oh. Okay. Aw. It says, for the little girl you were and the wonderful person you've grown to be. I love you. Oh, this is from a parent. This sounds like something a daddy would send. It's not real. It's stainless. Okay, now that I butchered that up, let's reread that. For the little girl you were and the wonderful woman you've grown to be. I love you. Aww. That probably came from a spring breaker. How nice is that?
You know, I've waited my whole life for my parents to say that to me. Whew, that chokes me up. Oh, anyways, let's get on to the last part of my day because this ended my day. My day fractured right here. Looky, looky, my shaft snapped. My coil is now free flowing. It broke its neck. And I'm right on a target, and all I can do is what? I mean, do I attempt to retrieve the target? I can't do anything about the coil, but the reality is very clear. my day has ended. Now you got to understand, a couple of weeks ago, my shovel landed on top of my coil in my truck and broke my coil from the top. Had to get a brand new 15-inch coil. Okay, my 800 controller fried in this chronic rebooting loop. Okay, send that off to MineLab. And now I'm swinging on the beach because the day before I had heard that my friend broke her coil again because her washers were worn and she was making it tighter and tighter, and that's what breaks the ears on your coil. So I quickly checked mine and saw wear and tear, so I just put another set of washers from my CTX 3030, which were not meant for this detect dead shaft. I hand tightened my bolt and I went hunting on this day. And what I did was I created a wobble, and that wobble actually snapped my shaft right at the point, the end piece that gets fed into your coil where you put the screw through it. I created that wobble. My friend broke her coil ears because her washers were 50% gone, and she kept making it tighter and tighter as it got flimsy, and she broke her ears. So had she not told me that story, I wouldn't have put those extra washers on trying to be careful. And what did I do? I created a wobble and I broke it. So I'm thinking, that's it. What can I do? I'm probably 3 miles from my vehicle. Day over. My point to you, check your washers. I don't care what machine you have. Check those washers and always buy spare washers and carry them with you or in your vehicle or something if you need them. If you start getting really loose and flimsy with your coil and it won't stay where you locked it down. Hard lesson for me to learn. I'm devastated. It ended my hunt, but I'll be back next week with another video and some great finds.